All right, so let's finish up some of this. I've got a bunch of paintings going on, so let's get some things done today. So we're going to finish the horse first, and then we'll put some highlights on this, some final highlights on this painting. Before we start, we're going to oil it down, but before we even do that, let's just go ahead and mix the paint. So let's see. So the horse is basically going to have, let's see. Let's work mostly with burnt umber. Let's mostly get paint all over our paintbrush to start with. All right, let's clean this off. There we go. All right, so let's just mix this on the brush. Mix this on the palette. So let's take some burnt umber. So we want to create the dark tones. The dark tones are pretty dark, so we might just stick with straight burnt umber and maybe add a little bit of blue to that. Let's take a look here. Let's mix up some things. So let's take burnt umber. Let's kind of make the mid-tone here. So we're kind of just mixing some titanium white with that. Maybe a little bit of orange, cat orange. It's still a little dark. Let's add a little bit more orange to that. Yeah, it's still a little dark. A little bit more orange. Now you could add white, but it's just going to really take the... I don't like to do that. I don't like to just raise the value up for when I can do it with... Be a little warmer with some orange in it. All right, let's look at that. That might work. All right, then this color is darker than that, so let's take some of that color and let's add a touch of blue to that. Kind of bring that color down. Okay, guys, say hi if you're there, and then I'll know you're there. All right, let's see. I need some ultramarine blue. So I've got some cerulean blue on the palette from when we worked on the sky and worked on the wagon, but we're going to add a little bit of ultramarine blue to this burnt umber mix as soon as I get the top back on. Gosh darn. I'm glad my shoulder stops giving me trouble. All right, let's pick up some of that ultramarine blue and we'll mix it with this. It makes a nice dark color. All right, so that's good. I'm happy with that, I think. Let's look at that. Oh yeah, that looks good. So I'm just comparing it against my original photo. All right, now, so that's got, and then we need a highlight color. So let's take just a little bit of that burnt umber again. We know how much orange we put in there to start with, so let's just kind of, I don't think I have enough in the mid-tone pile to brighten that up, so I need a highlight color. There we go. All right, so yeah, that might even be a little, let's put the rest of this orange in here just for the heck of it. All right, finish mixing it. All right, I think that'll work. All right, so I'm going to pick this up and show it to you here in a second. Let me clean this brush before I get started, because I don't want to pick up any of that light color. So I hope all you guys are doing good, all one of you. Maybe if you're watching this later, well, welcome aboard. All right, kind of save that plate there for the oil. So what we've done here, we've mixed a mid-tone using burnt umber, an orange, just a touch of titanium white. Then we've got this lighter tone for the highlight, and we've got this burnt umber with some ultramarine blue. And then we've got these other support colors if we need them from yesterday when we were working, or day before yesterday when we were working. Actually, we were working on the painting last night. So let's start with, let's scoot this over a little bit where I can get to it. Let's start with the darks first, I guess. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a lot of dark right in here. Most of this leg is in shadow. And I didn't actually weld in the canvas, but there seems to be enough oil in the paint itself to do this. We'll add a little medium if we need to, but I don't think I should need to do that. All right. Then we get like a really dark. Around this hoof. And then a slight bit of mid-tone around that hoof. All right. So this whole leg is dark. And we'll cover up the last of the sketch lines while we're doing this. This is completely dry from the other day when we were working on it. You might remember that. There we go. All right, now we've got a little bit of highlight right here shining through from under the horse, right here in the ankle. I mean, not in the ankle, in the knee. All right. So this is really, these last final things here. For this horse. Let me wipe this brush out, because I'm going to switch back to the dark here for a second. And we put all this in with the underpainting, but we'll just lay the color layer in here now. So again, if you're just joining, this is burnt umber with some ultramarine blue. Excuse me. Allergies. Allergies are starting to pick up here. I live in the Ohio Valley. #1 place for allergies. Okay, let's get the horse now. The horse's head. We may have to pick up a little bit of medium here. We'll see. Yeah, that's probably best if we do. All right. Let's pick up. I could just wet the canvas, but I don't think I'll bother. I think I'll just mix it on the brush really light. Horse's entire face is in shadow here. So I have to add some more dark to it here shortly. This is actually a patch of grass right there under his chin, so we'll have to go back and fix that. All right. Let's go to the mid-tone. brush off. Back to the mid-tone. So we've got mid-tone on this one ear, and it's got some highlight on it. And then we've got we'll get pretty loose here with this brush. All right, we've got the other leg is also in shadow. We've got all the legs just about are in shadow, but I imagine the back of this hoof is not so much in shadow. All right, let's see now. Let's work on. So I got everything in there pretty much. Okay. All right. Now we could let this completely dry, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this today. So we're going to put the sparkles on now. Different sparkles. All right. Find me a nice brush to blend this with. I'll use this flat. All right. How about we use the brush yet? All right. Set this down. All right, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'll work from the horse's head back to the thing. All right, so I need to fix that green. I need to fix that so I can finish the horse. Let's get a little bit of sap, some yellow probably. Oh, that's the wrong color green. Let's try. All right, let's get this green. There we go, that's plenty. All right, let's get some yellow. All right, so what we're going to have to do is that part right there is, I missed a spot. So we're just going to mix up some green here real quick and kind of touch that spot up so I can. There we go. That's better. All right. So we're just down to the final details here. Let's get kind of. All right, let's get the horses. These are his blinders right here. We've got some dark on this part. And then we got to highlight it. So all right, now let's just clean and wipe the brush off a little bit. Now let's see, how does that go? Wiping the brush back off again. All right, now let's put these sparkly highlights up here. This has some highlight to it. And then all of that. All right, so we need a little bit. I'm not satisfied with this part up here at the top. Let me find a brush. I need just the right brush. There it is. Maybe this will do. All right, let's kind of. I'm just creating a hider. All right. All this brown. All right. All right. I'm just kind of touching this color. I just want to kind of blend some of this together now. Then we'll move on to the we'll move on to the other legs. There we go. All right, back to the darks. So we have a leg that's coming in through the spokes right here. we're actually looking at the bottom of his hoof on this side, so let's add a little bit of color, more color to that. Kind of show that off a little bit. And a touch of highlight, maybe to now let's blend that. Okay, we got a little bit of highlight on the other side on this hoof. And this is all dark right here, where his whole leg is picking up. All right, let's see now. Is there anything else? All right, so let's move forward to, I would rather, adding a little bit more dark into that. Okay. Let's finish up the final details now. Let's get that detail out of the way. Hey Anthony, I'm almost done, at least for this one. Got another one to do today, but let's see. All right, that's pretty dry. Let's start working on. Let's see. Got a couple things I want to try to get done today, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's use this dark we've already made here. Let's add some extra color here. Along these shadow lines. All right. And then let's just work on some grass. Let's take I can do it with this flat. Let's try it. I want the grass to be too bright in here because it's the lighting's passing by, so it's kind of in shadow. We can have a couple here and there. I think I want to use some of this dark with that. That's a little too bright right there. So there we go. And we'll cover up some of this. Some of these secondary shadows back here. Like that. Just add some of that blue in. That'll kind of help with the sky up there too. Kind of tonally, it's kind of looks good with the sky.
Hey, you need to pause that. The VA's on the phone for you.
All right, guys. I'm going to hold up here. I got to take a phone call from the hospital. See you later. Bye.